Take off your dress.
What's the matter, baby? You don't.
Whether it's playing the role of a Russian spy or mutant named Mystique in X-Men, Jennifer Lawrence is probably most well known for her iconic role as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games. But did you know that she almost turned down that role? And during filming the Hunger Games franchise, she almost killed someone scratching her butt.
Our sound guy, and like his whole station got destroyed. It was like it was a huge dramatic deal.
Jennifer Lawrence went from a small-town country girl to one of Hollywood's biggest stars. But how did she do it? She quit school at 14, didn't go to acting school, yet she won an Oscar at just 22.
We will start with 190 and go to 123.
This isn't like an auction, right?
Yes.
You guys are gonna take it away.
Why does her male co-star hate kissing her?
Anytime I had to kiss Jennifer was pretty uncomfortable.
Did you know that she was discovered by a talent agent while on a spring break in New York with her family? With no formal training, she proved that success isn't about where you come from, but what you're willing to fight for. Join us because Jennifer Lawrence's journey proves that raw talent can beat the odds. Jennifer Lawrence was born on August 15, 1990, in Indian Hills, Kentucky. Her father, Gary, was a construction company owner, and her mother, Karen, was a summer camp manager. She has two older brothers, Ben and Blaine. Her parents had no intention of having another baby, and her mom actually said they had already gotten rid of everything baby-related before Jennifer was born. As a child, she lived on a horse farm and owned a horse named Muffin. She even prevented Jennifer from playing with other girls at preschool because she believed that she was too rough. As a child, Jennifer acknowledged that she had a lot of energy. She attended Camera Middle School in Louisville and was raised as a Christian. Her childhood was challenging due to hyperactivity, social anxiety, and a sense of not belonging. She later said she felt lonely and didn't have many friends. But all that evaporated when she was on stage performing. It gave her happiness and confidence. She played field hockey and softball and tried cheerleading while also playing basketball on a boys' team coached by her father. But she didn't like team sports that much and would say later that they weren't for her. Jennifer enjoyed horseback riding and spent time at a nearby horse farm. But one day, she fell off and injured her tailbone.
Are you okay? You're fine, though.
I'm fine. I have a bruised tailbone. I'm dead serious, but I'm fine.
Oh my God.
At home, she enjoyed putting on shows for her father, donning clown or ballerina costumes to entertain him. Her first straight acting gig was at 9, playing a Ninevite hooker in a church play about Jonah. She continued to act in school and church plays after that. Her family was visiting New York City when she was 14, and a talent scout spotted her on the street. They arranged auditions for her, but her mom didn't know about the whole acting thing. But they remained in New York for a time so she could audition for parts. The experience was challenging for Jennifer, as she felt isolated in New York. The agents, however, were genuinely impressed and praised her talent for her age, though her mother suspected they were merely being polite. She signed up with CESD Talent Agency, which helped persuade her parents to let her move to Los Angeles for auditions. Her mother thought she should give modeling a try, but Jennifer was determined to act. She did model for Abercrombie and Fitch one time, but none of the photos were used. She dropped out of school at 14 without a diploma or a GED because acting was the most important thing in her life. She describes herself as self-educated because she pursued her career rather than school. When not pursuing acting gigs, she occasionally returned to Louisville to work as an assistant nurse at her mother's summer camp. Jennifer Lawrence started her acting career with a small role in the 2006 TV pilot company Tame, but it was never released. That didn't stop her, and soon, she landed guest roles in popular TV shows. In Monk, 2006, she played a high school cheerleader in an episode where the detective, Tony Shalhoub, was solving a case involving her school. In Medium, 2007, a supernatural crime show, she appeared in an episode as Claire Chase, a young girl connected to one of Alison DuBois' psychic visions. These small roles helped her gain experience and recognition, leading to her first major TV role in The Bill Engvall Show. This sitcom, which aired from 2007 to 2009, was about a family counselor, played by Bill Engvall, who struggled to understand his own kids while giving advice to others. Jennifer played Lauren Pearson, his sarcastic and rebellious teenage daughter. Her performance was so good that critics called her a scene stealer, and she even won a Young Artist Award for her role. After 3 seasons, the show ended, but Jennifer was already on her way to bigger things. In 2008, she made her film debut in Garden Party, playing a troubled teenager in Los Angeles. That same year, she starred in The Burning Plane alongside Charlize Theron. She played the younger version of Theron's character, Sylvia, in a story about love, loss, and family secrets. Her emotional performance impressed critics, and she won the Marcello Mastroianni Award at the Venice Film Festival. Another powerful role came in The Poker House, a film based on director Lori Petty's real-life experiences. Jennifer played Agnes, a teenage girl growing up in a dangerous and abusive home, and her performance was so intense that she won the Outstanding Performance Award at the Los Angeles Film Festival. These roles proved that she wasn't just another young actress. She was on her way to becoming a star.
Mom! He me! And he beats you! And he sells you! And now he wants to sell me too!
Her big breakthrough came in 2010 with Winter's Bone, where she played Ree Dolly, a tough teenager fighting to keep her family afloat in the Ozarks. She went all in to prepare for the role, learning survival skills like chopping wood and even skinning squirrels. Her raw and gripping performance didn't go unnoticed, earning her an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. At just 20 years old, she became one of the youngest nominees ever. In 2011, Jennifer Lawrence played a fun but challenging role in X-Men: First Class as the shape-shifting mutant Mystique. But here's a surprise. Twice, she turned down the role. She was not looking forward to spending hours under makeup to become fully painted blue. She was persuaded to reconsider, a decision that paid off significantly as she became a mainstay of the X-Men franchise. But landing the role wasn't the only challenge. Even auditioning for it was an adventure. Jennifer said in an interview that when she flew out for the audition, her passport would expire in less than 6 months. She was advised not to say she was there for work because that required a visa. Instead, she was meant to say she was there for pleasure. When a customs officer asked her about her trip, though, things quickly spiraled out of control. Determined to stick to her lie, she said she was there for her sister's wedding, except there was no invitation, and when she was asked if she was speaking the truth, she crumbled and confessed everything.
Are you telling the truth? No. I don't have a work visa, and my passport expires, and I'm not even supposed to be here. And I had to sit in a tiny little jail.
Elbowing her way through all that, Jennifer booked the role and worked through the brutal makeup sessions. And X-Men: First Class made good money, $350 million worldwide. At the time, it was her highest-grossing film, showing that breaking out of your comfort zone and getting through a customs interrogation can lead to something amazing. In 2012, Jennifer Lawrence took on the role of Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games, a decision that would change her career forever. But getting the part wasn't as simple as an audition. Director Gary Ross had already noticed her talent from Winter's Bone and believed she was perfect for the role even before the formal auditions began. When she finally auditioned in person, she blew the doors off the place, proving she was the right choice. However, Jennifer hesitated before accepting the role. She knew how massive the franchise would be and feared it would take away her ability to work on smaller, meaningful films. She even took 3 days to make her decision. Interestingly, she had previously auditioned for Twilight but was rejected, something she later saw as a blessing. Once she committed to the Hunger Games, Jennifer underwent intense training in archery, climbing, and survival skills to bring Katniss to life. The film became a massive success, earning over $690 million worldwide and turning Jennifer into a global star. Looking back, it's clear that taking the leap into such a big franchise was one of the best decisions of her career. She shared that she struggled to explain to people why she was concerned. She wanted a career focused on great films, not overwhelming celebrity status. Eventually, she took the role, and The Hunger Games became a global sensation. Looking back, she acknowledges that it made her a superstar but still allowed her to balance indie films with blockbusters. The movie was a massive hit, making over $690 million worldwide and turning her into a global superstar. Despite the movie being a massive hit, Jennifer Lawrence received criticism for her casting as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games, with some feeling her physical appearance was too large and didn't align with the character of a malnourished teen from a harsh, futuristic world. In her March 22 New York Times review, Manohla Dargis noted, "A few years ago, Ms. Lawrence might have looked hungry enough to play Katniss, but now, at 21, her more womanly figure seems ill-suited for a dystopian story about a people driven to starvation." However, Lawrence, known for her candid attitude, responded by emphasizing the unrealistic beauty standards often imposed on women in the media and that Katniss was about strength, determination, and resourcefulness, not fitting a specific body type. Her performance was ultimately widely praised, and she became a role model for many, especially for breaking away from conventional casting expectations. At the same time, she showed a completely different side of her talent in Silver Linings Playbook in 2012, where she played a troubled young widow, Tiffany Maxwell, alongside Bradley Cooper, who plays Pat Solitano, a man recently released from a mental health facility after a violent outburst. The two form an unlikely bond as they help each other navigate personal challenges. Tiffany, a complex and strong-willed character, proposes a deal to Pat. She will help him reconnect with his estranged wife if he agrees to be her dance partner in a local competition. Her powerful performance won her an Oscar, making her the second youngest Best Actress winner ever at just 22. Jennifer Lawrence's success skyrocketed with the Hunger Games series, where she played Katniss Everdeen, a brave young woman forced to compete in a deadly survival game. The first movie, The Hunger Games, 2012, introduced audiences to Katniss, a skilled archer who volunteers to take her sister's place in the brutal annual event. As she fights for survival, she becomes a symbol of resistance against the oppressive capital. The sequel, Catching Fire, 2013, took the story to the next level, as Katniss and Peeta are thrown back into the games, facing even greater dangers. This film became Jennifer's highest-grossing movie, earning $865 million worldwide. During filming, she temporarily lost hearing due to an ear infection caused by water stunts. Did you know that during the filming of one of the scenes in Catching Fire, she almost killed someone for doing something disrespectful?
We were filming in Hawaii, and there were sacred rocks, and they were, I don't know, they were ancestors, who knows? They were sacred, and you're not supposed to sit on them because you're not supposed to expose your genitalia to them.
Bless.
I, however, was in a wetsuit for this whole shoot,
So it doesn't count, right?
Oh my God, they were so good for butt itching. One rock that I was spud scratching on ended up coming loose. It was a giant boulder, and it rolled down this mountain and almost killed our sound guy. And like his whole station got destroyed. It was like, like it was a huge dramatic deal. And all the Hawaiians were like, "Oh my God, it's the curse!" And I'm in the corner going, "I'm your curse." I wedged it loose with my ass.
The story continued with Mockingjay, Part 1 in 2014, and Mockingjay, Part 2 in 2015, where Katniss led a full-blown rebellion against the Capitol, risking everything to bring freedom to Tame. While working on the Hunger Games series, Jennifer also took on other challenging roles. In 2013, she played Rosalind Rosenfeld in American Hustle, the unpredictable and dramatic wife of a con artist played by Christian Bale. Her character was full of energy, humor, and chaos. Making her stand out even in a film filled with strong performances. Critics praised her ability to bring both comedy and depth to the role, and she won a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress. She also received her third Academy Award nomination, proving once again that she was one of the most talented actresses of her generation. In 2014, she reprised her role as Mystique in X-Men, Days of Future Past, where she played the shape-shifting mutant caught between Professor X and Magneto's opposing ideologies. Her character played a crucial role in the film, as her actions would determine the future of both mutants and humans. The movie was a massive success, further cementing her place in the X-Men franchise. That same year, she returned as Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, where her character became the face of the rebellion against the Capitol. This film focused more on the emotional weight of war and the psychological impact of being a symbol of hope. In an interview with her Hunger Games' co-star Liam Hemsworth, he mentioned that he hated kissing Jennifer Lawrence.
Anytime I had to kiss Jennifer was pretty uncomfortable. Pretty awkward.
Kissing Jennifer Lawrence is uncomfortable?
Well, if we had a kissing scene, she would make a point of eating garlic or tuna fish or, something that was disgusting.
She's fun, man.
Right before the scene, she'd be like, yeah, I had tuna, I had garlic, and I didn't brush my teeth.
She starred in Serena alongside Bradley Cooper in 2014. The film was a period drama about a couple trying to build a timber empire while facing personal and business struggles. Despite her strong performance, the movie received mixed reviews. These years showcased Jennifer's versatility, proving she could handle action-packed blockbusters as well as deep, dramatic roles. In 2015, she completed Katniss's journey in Mockingjay Part 2, where the rebellion reached its climax, leading to intense battles and heartbreaking losses. Also in 2015, she plays Joy Mangano, a real-life inventor and entrepreneur in a biographical drama, Joy. The film follows Joy's journey from a struggling single mother to a successful businesswoman who invents the miracle mop. Despite facing numerous personal and professional obstacles, including family challenges and skepticism from the business world, Joy's determination and resilience lead her to success. Lawrence's performance highlights the character's strength, perseverance, and innovation, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress.
Your love of cinema is so pure, and you're so untainted by all of this that you make movies like you don't even care if anyone ever sees them.
After the massive success of the Hunger Games and X-Men franchises, Jennifer Lawrence's career saw a decline in popularity from 2016 onwards. While she continued to take on lead roles, many of her films failed to impress audiences or perform well at the box office. In 2016, she starred in X-Men: Apocalypse, reprising her role as Mystique. However, the movie was considered one of the weakest in the franchise, with critics calling it uninspired. That same year, she appeared alongside Chris Pratt in Passengers, a sci-fi romance about two people who wake up early from hibernation on a spaceship. While the film had an interesting premise, it received criticism for its storyline, particularly regarding the moral choices of Pratt's character. Despite the mixed reviews, it performed decently at the box office. In 2017, she starred in Mother, a psychological horror film directed by Darren Aronofsky. The movie was highly divisive, with some praising its artistic symbolism while others found it confusing and unsettling. It failed to attract mainstream audiences and became one of her least successful films. In 2018, she played a Russian spy in Red Sparrow, a spy thriller in which Jennifer Lawrence plays Dominika Egorova, a former ballerina recruited by the Russian government to become a Sparrow, a trained seductress and spy. After a career-ending injury, Dominika is forced into this covert program, where she learns manipulation and espionage tactics. As she gets entangled in a dangerous mission, she navigates complex relationships and struggles with her own moral compass, ultimately becoming a key player in a high-stakes intelligence battle. Lawrence's portrayal of Dominika showcases a mix of vulnerability, strength, and manipulation. She spent 4 months just taking up ballet lessons to learn how to move her hands and fingers gracefully. But the film struggled to leave a lasting impact. Many critics felt it was too slow and overly violent, making it unappealing to general audiences. Jennifer Lawrence took a break from acting after working on movies that didn't make her happy. She wanted to step away from the media and focus on everyday life. But she always wanted to work with director Adam McKay, so in 2021, she returned with Don't Look Up, a satirical Netflix movie where she played an astronomer warning the world about a deadly asteroid. Her role didn't stand out as much as her earlier performances. She even dyed her hair red for the role. The movie got mixed reviews, but people loved her and Leonardo DiCaprio's performances. She earned a Golden Globe nomination, and the movie became one of Netflix's most-watched films. In 2022, she starred in Causeway, a small drama about a soldier with a brain injury. She also produced it under her own company, Excellent Cadaver. She wanted to work on smaller, meaningful projects again, and many people praised her performance. No Hard Feelings, 2023, is a comedy where Jennifer Lawrence plays Maddie, a financially struggling woman hired to date a socially awkward 19-year-old Percy to help him gain confidence before college. Maddie's role blends humor and warmth as she navigates the bizarre situation while developing an unexpected connection with Percy, and she was nominated for another Golden Globe. Over the years, Lawrence turned down or missed out on some major roles. She auditioned for Twilight but lost the part of Bella Swan to Kristen Stewart. She also wanted to play Alice in Wonderland, but the role went to Mia Wasikowska. She didn't get the lead in Superbad either. Despite these misses, she landed The Hunger Games, which made her one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. People love her for being real and funny. Director Adam McKay called her a strong, funny truth-teller, and praised how passionate she gets in her roles. She never went to acting school, and she doesn't bring her character's emotions home. She once said that if acting ever made her lose her sanity, she would just do comedies instead. Jennifer Lawrence faces backlash for her documentary Bread and Roses, which follows 3 Afghan women after the Taliban took control in 2021. The film, which she produced, sheds light on the struggles women face in Afghanistan, including severe restrictions on their rights. As she promotes the movie, some critics argue she isn't qualified to speak on political issues because she didn't finish school. In a recent interview with CBS Mornings, alongside Malala Yousafzai and Saram Kadani, Lawrence addressed the criticism. She reminded people that she had openly shared in a 60 Minutes interview that she dropped out of middle school. She said a common complaint she hears is, "Why is someone without an education talking about politics?" Her response was firm. "This isn't about politics. It's about real lives." She acknowledged that government action is important and encouraged people to hold leaders accountable. But she made it clear that her focus is on storytelling. She is educated in filmmaking and believes in using her skills to tell important stories. She also shared that her family was against her making the film, but not because of politics. They were worried about the risks, and she admitted that it was dangerous. But she pointed out that millions of women in Afghanistan are in danger every day. They can't sing, play music, or make films. They aren't allowed to go to a restaurant alone or even walk outside without a male guardian. Malala Yousafzai called it a gender apartheid. Bread and Roses received high praise when it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 2023. It was released in select theaters and on Apple TV on November 22, 2024, and is now available for streaming. Jennifer Lawrence emerged as one of Hollywood's most beloved celebrities for more than just her talent, but also her relatable demeanor and laughable clumsiness. She is the literal embodiment of the pratfall effect, the idea that a person instantly becomes more relatable and likable the moment he, too, has a slip-up. Whether it's tripping up at the Oscars or making self-deprecating jokes in interviews, she always seems real and relatable. Among her most famous moments was at the 2013 Academy Awards, when she fell while walking upstairs to accept her Oscar. Rather than be embarrassed, she laughed it off and joked about it. The following year, she tripped and fell again on the red carpet, which suggested to fans that being clumsy wasn't a one-time thing. In interviews, she's notorious for laughing at herself, babbling through questions, and responding in the least filtered manner imaginable. Be it her excitement with food going off.
Oh my god, thank you. I loved all your movies. Oh really? Do I look like a new girlfriend? I thought of it.
Her fangirl moments that are very awkward but with a pinch of charm, or her funny flirt with other actors, have an awkwardness that will make Jennifer more lovable. Fans adore her not just as an actress, but simply as someone who feels like an endearingly goofy girlfriend. Jennifer Lawrence is famous for her incredible acting skills and many awards, but her career hasn't been free from controversy. Being one of the biggest stars in Hollywood means facing a lot of attention, and sometimes that brings problems. Over the years, she has been involved in different scandals that got people talking. From things she said in interviews to a major privacy violation, her journey hasn't always been smooth. Even with all her success, these moments have sometimes overshadowed her talent, making people focus more on her personal life than her work. One of the biggest scandals in her career happened in 2014 when hackers leaked private photos of several celebrities, including Jennifer. The incident shocked Hollywood and started a major debate about privacy and online security. Jennifer spoke out, calling it a violation of her rights and dignity. She was angry and hurt, but instead of staying silent, she became an advocate for privacy and spoke up against the way women are treated in the media. Even though the scandal was tough on her, she used it to push for change, making people think more about digital safety. Jennifer is also known for speaking her mind, but sometimes her words have sparked debates. She has talked about body image and Hollywood's pressure on women. While many people praised her for promoting body positivity, others felt she still supported unrealistic beauty standards. Another time, she made headlines for her political views, openly supporting Hillary Clinton in 2016. Some people admired her for standing up for what she believes in, while others criticized her for bringing politics into her career.
Okay, hi, I'm Jen. When I was your age, I didn't give a flying flooey about politics, so I totally get it. If you don't, I grew up in a politically divided household, so I've always felt really, really strongly that politics aren't like sports. You know, there's no need to have team loyalty. So I'm not here to tell you how to vote. I'm not here to tell you to go see one of my movies. Red Sparrow opens March 2nd everywhere.
The media has had a complicated relationship with Jennifer. In the beginning, she was known for being funny, down-to-earth, and relatable. But as time went on, her controversies started shaping the way people saw her. Some fans still love her personality and talent, while others focus more on the scandals. The media often exaggerates things, making her seem more controversial than she actually is.
A lot of people talk about it, and you actually did it. What did you do? Did you have fun? What did you do for the last 3 years?
Just have a ton of sex.
Despite everything, Jennifer's career is still going strong. She has landed big roles and has worked with top directors. The scandals may have affected her image for a while, but they haven't taken away from her success. Her ability to move past controversies while staying dedicated to acting shows her professionalism and resilience. No matter what people say, she remains one of Hollywood's most talented and popular actresses. Jennifer Lawrence grew up in a strict, conservative, and Republican family. She even voted for John McCain in 2008. But after hearing a joke on the TV show 30 Rock, she changed her views and became a Democrat. She was raised in a Christian household, but later said she was not religious in 2017. Still, she sometimes prays out of habit and when she is scared. She made it clear she doesn't call herself an atheist. During the filming of X-Men: First Class in 2010, she started dating her co-star Nicholas Hoult. Their relationship ended in 2014, around the time they finished X-Men: Days of Future Past. That same year, private photos of her were leaked online after hackers stole them. She called it a sex crime and said people who looked at the photos should be ashamed. She explained that the pictures were meant for Holt when they were together, but she decided not to sue Apple. In her 20s, she got pregnant and planned to have an abortion but had a miscarriage instead while in Montreal. In 2016, she started dating filmmaker Darren Aronofsky after working together on Mother. But they broke up in 2017. The next year, she met Cook Maroney, an art gallery director, through a friend. They got engaged in 2019 and married that October at a mansion in Rhode Island. They live in New York City and Beverly Hills. While filming Don't Look Up, she had another miscarriage and needed medical treatment. In February 2022, she gave birth to her son, Cy, named after artist Cy Twombly. In October 2024, her representative shared that she was expecting her second child. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite Jennifer Lawrence performances? Do you think she's been underrated in Hollywood? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this video.